Boone, that's a classic case of just sticking with it, right, tonight?
Yeah, big time. I liked the fight from our group. Funny first period with goals pretty quickly back and forth, and after that I think we locked it down a little bit better defensively, and Gillies kept us in it with some big saves throughout the second and third. So I like the way we just stayed with it, like you said.
How much emphasis was put on being more physical tonight? Because it was pretty obvious you were throwing the body around. Everybody was.
Yeah, and they're a physical team. They like to play that game. So we knew we were going to have to raise that physicality and kind of emotion in the game, and I thought we brought that. So whenever you can get emotionally attached like that with physicality, it helps the juice and it helps ours.
Boone, how big did your eyes get when you came over the boards and you saw that puck there?
Yeah, I mean it's those are the ones you really want to cash in on. It you don't get them too often. It just popped right out to me, and I'm coming right off the bench and just able to lay in it pretty good there. So obviously it's a lucky bounce that we want to capitalize on.
What can you say about the impact some of your rookies have had this year? Marchenko had a good night. Johnson had a goal tonight. Those guys
Yeah,
really good.
they've been all year having great years for us. Scoring key goals at key times and making plays, and they just seem to consistently get better here as we go along. So great things from them. Obviously Marchi with the big one, but KJ too, the way he's been playing. So it's definitely great for us, and like I said, they're just getting better and better.
Last night we sat here and interviewed you and tried to give you pretty much every excuse in the book as to why that result was the way it was, but it seemed like you knew there was a better game in this team. Was it nice to see the guys kind of be able to take a night, gather themselves, come back, have a better effort? Yeah,
I liked their response. Obviously last night was tough, and like I said last night, there's a lot better game in this room, and we're first was I think we're giving them a little bit too much, but we just stayed with it, and we're going to have some breakdowns, but Gilly bailed us out there, and I think we just stuck with it and able to get the 2 points.
Obviously pretty close to them now, so obviously anytime you score an OT winner, anyone on the team, you're happy, but definitely really happy for them.
Kent, you guys were down early. First period was not probably the first period you wanted. Just talk about how you recovered from that as a team.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just kept playing, obviously, and yeah, that can happen.
What changed there? What did you tighten up, if anything, in the final two periods?
Yeah, obviously some little adjustments or whatnot, but I don't know, that'll happen. I can't really put a finger on it.
Is when Boone gets that goal and the game's tied, how much life did that put into the bench, and how much confidence was there at that point that you guys were going to finish this thing off the right way?
Yeah, no, definitely. It was huge. Nice to score one, before you got to go 6-on-5 or whatever. So, yeah, obviously I think we're pretty confident in OT, so yeah, it was good.
Ken, after the game you guys had yesterday, how big did it feel to score early today?
Yeah, no, definitely big. I mean, obviously that sucked the other night, so yeah, it was huge to get one early.
How about your night tonight? Just talk about how exciting that is to score a goal in that situation.
Oh, it's a first for me. It's the first goal for overtime, and it's a great feel. And I really like it. I want to score one more, of course, because it's a really good feel, and it's a great pass for me. Just I take puck and shoot only. Yeah.
As a team, you guys battled back, I think, from a little bit of adversity in the first period and played well through the rest of the game. What did you change, if anything? What did you tighten up throughout the rest of the game?
I think it's a great game for us, and we played yesterday, but more guys just won battle, and it's important for us, and just go up and go straight and play hard. It's important, and I think we just win because we play hard.
Kirill, you now have the rookie scoring record for the franchise. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's very cool. I'm very happy to score this 21 goal on last goal here in the home ring, because in the trip it's no fun, like no more fun, but here it's our fans, and thank you for fans.
The 3-3 goal, the goal that tied it, you got hit pretty hard going to the net on the goal that Jenner ended up scoring. What was that play like for you, and how hard was that hit?
It's the first time for me go for the play hard in the net. I want to try, but I like it. It's we score. I have one assist, but I try for pass for the. I'm joking. Yeah, it's a great goal for him and a great shot, and I'm very happy for this goal.
Did you get hurt at all on that hit?
First,
you get hit pretty hard.
I tried, but I'm lay down if you see. But yeah, I work more in the season for this move and need to use more on the next games.
Whose sticks were you using tonight?
It's a PD sticks, Pedersen sticks, but I have a more sticks. I have a more my sticks, but it's a little bit different curve. And Pedersen stick, it's the same like me, and I just take. He give me a couple, and it's work. I like it.
You're gonna stick with them now?
What?
You're gonna stick with those sticks? Stay with them?
I think so, yeah. But I think it's good to couple days, and I have my sticks. It's a new curve, and no, it's fine. I can play like. Just give me stick, and I try to play. It's no big problem.
Kirill, when you thought about what it would be like to play in the NHL, how does this, what you've gone through, how is it like what you expected? Is it like what you expected, or is it greater than you expected?
I am very like play to NHL. What's been expected? I understand a little bit.
When you thought about what it might be like to play in the NHL, when you looked ahead, like say last year, before you were here.
No, it's a big difference, and
Yeah.
it's a best league on the world for me, and I'm very excited to play here. And just first year, but I want to play more years here and just to keep working. And it's best players on the world. Same play here, play with this league, and it's very great for me. I'm stay here and play now in NHL.
Yeah.
It's like dream.
Are you surprised at all by the success you've had? 21 goals, that's a lot of goals.
Yeah, I know, but I said same. Like more guys score for 40 goals, 50 goals on the season, and this is some more goals. McDavid scored 62 or 60. Yeah. And just more guys score more, and just keep working.
Straight shot like that. Expect myself to save that, and I got distracted by something, but I'm not sure what. So I wish I could have that one back, but thankfully the guys bailed me out.
Yeah. So take me through the second goal. The skate blade comes off. How did it come off?
Someone watched the video, and I guess I was bringing the inside of it caught the post and just kind of sliced it right out. And I went to step down and nothing there. And then someone yelled at me, so I was able to make the first save, but it went right to their guy for a one-timer, I think, so that was unfortunate.
Look, you were pulling yourself up with a crossbar.
I was keeping myself going down.
Yeah.
I was stood up, but so that was unlucky, but stuff happens.
Has that ever happened before?
In a game, no. I think it's happened a couple times in practice, but never in a game until now.
When you haven't played an NHL game in about a year and something like that happens, is it hard to shake that off, or do you just had to kind of get right back at it?
No, I mean, it did bother me. It was kind of funny, actually. It was unfortunate that I went in, but it was stuff happens, right? So it was just kind of unfortunate, but I mean, many people many different times get many different bounces, so it's nothing quote unquote personal, and it just kind of keep going forward.
Right. You wheeled out almost the same exact team tonight. How different is the field? How proud are you of this group and the effort that you got?
Yeah, you just love to see these guys battle. You know, it was a tight game there. It settled in. It was a little crazy there. I don't know if I've ever seen a goalie lose his skate before or his blade pop off. And I on the play watching him throw himself into the net, I was like, what is going on? I was actually happy to see the blade was off because I'm like, he just hasn't played in a while, right? So that actually was comforting, but then you're going, did that really just happen, you know, for their second goal? And but yeah, you know, we make a little mistake on the face-off assignment. KJ just skates by, and we get down in that game. But I liked how we settled in. You know, we settled in. Third period was a good period, and there was some compete out there. Guys were pushing. It's great.
And can you speak, Brad, to the impact you've had from rookie players this year? I don't even know if you think of them as rookies anymore, but you've got 51 goals from rookies.
Yeah.
Johnson has one. Marchenko, of course, the overtime goal tonight. Just the boost that those guys and where you might be without them.
Yeah, well, that's about 37 from those two, right, out of it. So obviously they've been big contributors, and you know, Marchie starts in the minors and starts well. Works his way up. KJ was here, and he kind of, you know, bumped around a little bit, and you know, he was learning how to play in different roles and different ice times and different things. So he's been producing at a real good clip. He's taken on more. It's been impressive because I haven't seen his energy drop here in this last little bit. I was waiting for that from him. I don't think he was at his best tonight. He scored, but he he's going to be a real good player. He is. There's just lots to love about him and how he approaches the game. His patience, his poise. There's guys on him, hanging on him, and it's going to get him in trouble sometimes. You're going to have to live with some of those turnovers and different plays, but the pros way outweigh the cons in that category because he executes all the time. And then Marchie, just his ability to finish, and I think they played 21 minutes tonight. I mean, it's crazy, just the amount of minutes they're getting, and opportunity, they're taking advantage of it here. So from a lot of our rookies, it's been a big part of our season just due to our circumstance.
I wonder if you could just elaborate a little bit more on Gillies' night, a guy who hasn't played in the NHL all season long and has a rough first period, maybe you call it rough, I don't know, but then settles in.
Well, strange for sure. I mean, like I said, his blade pops off. I was just really hoping we could settle in and give him some easy shots early. I was kind of kicking myself last game because after they got the 5th goal, I probably should have put him in just to see some pucks, because he hasn't been in the game knowing that he was going to play tonight. So I was a little frustrated with myself I didn't do that. But and then the blade pops off, and just a weird goal. But then he was solid. I think we played well in front of him. We caught a few breaks there on some breakdowns where they missed the net, or maybe we get a stick on our block, which was huge in those moments. But he settled in and he got the job done.
You had a pretty physical game from some young guys. Dunn was throwing his body around. Sweezy was throwing his body around. How much of a point of emphasis was that coming into the game tonight?
Yeah, and those two guys, we've had great conversations. Especially Sweezy, I don't think you have to push him into it. That's just who he is. I think Josh Dunn has been growing more and more into that role and getting more comfortable. Talking to Vogues down there, he's a strong man. He is. He's heavy in his hits. You can see it when the boards move when he hits a guy. He's a lot to handle below the goal line when he's on pucks. So I think he's got 20+ goals down there too. So he's doing a lot of really good things there. And I like him in the faceoff circle. He's a strong guy in the faceoff circle too. So I'd kind of switched and put him and Luoto and Robbie there as a line in that third period there, and I like what I saw from them.
Richards had an assist tonight going into a road trip here. What's his role kind of becoming on the team? It's only been 2 games, and you'll see more of him going on, but where's he kind of fitting in this roster?
Yeah, I don't know if I have a role for him yet. I mean, I think he's done some good things for sure. I think he's got some energy in his game. I think he's still figuring out the pace a little bit too, and what that looks like. Like all these guys that come up, it's a big difference from the American League to here, and that's no slight on the American League. That's just reality of being in the NHL. And you look at even at the game last night with the Florida team that's a lot of pace to their game, a lot of stuff off the rush, a lot of D-join in the rush, and you got to be on your toes and be crisp, and the play gets on you quicker. So I think for him, just being that tenacious guy, good in the face-off circle, reliable and trustworthy, and then I think there's some offense to him too. I think there's something there.